Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Today, it's time for me to finally put the classic rock bands debate to rest because obviously I know my stuff. I'm literally the top tier classic rock knower of all things. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, I don't do it often, but I kind of do whatever I want on this channel. So if you're interested in seeing all that kind of stuff, I try to stream twice a week. I put out shorts and videos and everything, so if you're interested in that, hit that subscribe button. Just beat the shit out of that fucking thing, because it stole your money or something. And yeah, enjoy this video where I show you everything you need to know about classic rock and everything. So yeah, let's do it. Also, side note, I did want to address the fact that I am only covering these bands based on their actual music and not like political opinions or shitty like frontmen or band members or anything that are just complete ass, because that would be a really unfair metric. So, don't get mad at me when like Guns N' Roses is moderately high on the list and then you're like, but Axl Rose is a racist piece of... I get it. I know Axl Rose is a racist piece of shit. I'm very aware, but Guns N' Roses does have some bitchin' music, and Slash is a really good guitarist, so... Also, it's also based on like their original band and everything, or like the band they're most known for, not like new members or anything, because that wouldn't be fair, because like Motley Crue would be ass based on like new shit that's come in, but it's whatever. Let's get into it right now. Okay. So, right off the bat, we got the Allman Brothers Band, and I can't think of an Allman Brothers band song off the top of my head. I know some, but I don't know a lot. So let me see what the Allman Brothers did. Okay, so they did Ramblin' Man, which is like the only song of theirs I know. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put these guys at like F tier because I literally only know one of their songs. AC/DC, this is gonna be a little sacrilege because I know AC/DC is very good. However, every song they make is the same song. It's the same one. It's literally the same song over and over again. It is a good song. It is a good song, don't get me wrong. And Angus Young really hitting it with the seizures on stage. Looks like he's going into an epileptic fit every 5 seconds. Gotta put this in like... I'll put him in B tier because they're pretty well known. Alice Cooper is my friend. This is confirmed. Literally called me his friend. In real life, this happened. Trust me, promise me, he is my best friend. So I gotta rep him. I gotta give him S tier. Yeah, Alice Cooper's badass. So yeah, but I actually do like Alice Cooper's music. It's pretty good. Pretty solid. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This guy really just brings the power heavy to rock that I really love. So am gonna give him an S tier, honestly. So yeah, Alice Cooper, check him out. He's pretty cool. My best friend. Aerosmith, a little bit sacrilege, I know, but Bad Company is very sick. I love Bad Company, but I don't really have anything in specific to say about them, so, they'll probably go up there with AC/DC, honestly. The Beatles... You knew it was coming. It's the fucking Beatles. Everybody knows who the Beatles is. The Beatles literally paved the way for musicians of the day. They created like rock and roll power stuff that really pissed people off, and they kind of started the let's piss people off generation of rock and roll. And they're great musicians. They really just showed us the way and everything, so gotta put them at S tier. Amazing musicians. Except for Ringo, he's kind of a boring drummer, but what can you do? Billy Joel is the piano man. He's pretty good. He's got some good songs. I'm gonna put him with Aerosmith though, because he doesn't have any really power heavy stuff. Oh, Blue Oyster Cult. Blue Oyster Cult is actually a really good band. I love Blue Oyster Cult. They have a couple good songs. I don't know if you've heard of fucking Florida Man. These guys made a song out of a meme like recently, and it's still really classic rock, which is something that usually classic rock musicians don't do. They usually stop all the classic rock and just like do new shit. So this is really cool stuff. I love this, and for this reason, I'm gonna put Blue Oyster Cult in A tier easily. And then we got Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi is obviously pretty good, but they're pretty middle of the road as well. They have a couple good songs. I think they're very well known at this point, probably one of the best known classic rock bands. So for that, I think I'm gonna put these guys in like B tier along with AC/DC. They're really solid. Boston, guys, Boston is so underrated. Like, I hate the word underrated. I don't think things are under or overrated. I think they're usually rated perfectly. But Boston is so fucking amazing. Boston is one of the best bands of all time, in my opinion, and they do carry the best solo ever, in my opinion. I think that Long Time has the best guitar solo ever played, and I know that sounds sacrilege, but it is such a good solo, and Boston has created their own sound that is so recognizable, and it is I feel like these guys are on the level of like Queen, but somehow they just kind of slip through the cracks. They're just like a normal rock band, like they just kind of exist. But yeah, I think they deserve way more credit than they've gotten, so I'm gonna have to take Boston and put them up at S tier because I just love Boston. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Sorry, guys. Bruce Springsteen is like good, but he has a couple good songs. You could barely hear what he's saying most of the time. It's kind of one of those things. Bob Seger. Bob Seger is great. Chef's Kiss. Bob Seger is really good, so we're gonna put him at A tier. Risky Business, hell yeah. Black Sabbath easily deserves an A tier. Black Sabbath is really fucking good. Really paved the way for metal and everything. They're probably like the first metal musicians. Really top tier. Love them, so they get A tier. The Cars? Cars are fantastic. One of the first riffs I ever learned how to play is Just What I Needed by the Cars. So, you know, it's an easy riff. If you're getting into guitar and everything, kind of learn that riff. It's the first thing that you'll really be able to play. It only uses really the index and the ring finger, which are two fingers that are pretty easy to get used to on the guitar, and it's mostly like chords. So if you're getting into guitar, you should definitely learn that song because it'll make you feel like a badass because you can actually play a song. So yeah, definitely learn that song. But yeah, Cars are great. Love them. Love how they're a little more slow than most bands, but kind of have that power. Big fun. CCR? Who doesn't love CCR? Literally duped the military into making an anti-America song, the military's theme song. Geniuses in their own right. Love these guys. They're also going at A tier. I'm putting a lot in A tier, I'm sorry, but these bands are just so good. Chicago, lovely band. They tend to do a lot of slower stuff as well, and that tends to be their best stuff. So, gonna put these guys I'll put them at B tier just because they're kind of middle of the road, honestly. This is Cream. These guys, I know you probably don't know them by name, but you would know them if you know the sound. White Room, which was in Joker whenever he was getting pulled away in the police car, was by Cream. And they also did Sunshine of Your Love, which I know you might not know off the top of your head if you're younger, but that is a very popular song that you would know if you heard. These guys are very good. They did a lot of psychedelic rock, and yeah, I think they definitely deserve like an A tier, honestly. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. I don't actually know these guys. Sorry guys. I'm gonna put them at F, but not F because they're bad. I'm putting them at F because I don't know them. So don't kill me, please. Bowie. David Bowie's great. Whoop. Perfect. Def Leppard. I actually saw Def Leppard very recently along with Joan Jett and Motley Crue and Poison, and they're still doing really good. They're still a really good band. They made a lot of good songs. I feel like Pyromania is actually one of the best albums that has ever dropped in the existence of ever, so I'm gonna have to put Def Leppard at S tier, honestly. Deep Purple. Fantastic band. They kind of started the metal thing as well with Black Sabbath. They are a really good band that was kind of pushing the 60s thing. So I think trying not to crowd A, but I think Deep Purple's definitely an A tier as well. Dire Straits, fuck these guys. Every single song they play is fantastic, and I'm not able to play them on guitar, because I know you might call me a shitter, but I can't fingerpick to save my fucking life. I suck at fingerpicking, can't do it. I look like an idiot every time I try, and that pisses me off. And even though I would normally put these guys at A tier, I'm gonna put them at C tier, because they're all fingerpickers, and they don't let me play their songs. Eagles, not to be confused with the Eagles. Obviously, this has to go high. Like, there's really no choice. This literally has to be high on the list. You know, Hotel California, they're just so good. You know what I'm saying? Eric Clapton, I think he's like a middle of the road. I don't think Eric Clapton is bad. I don't know like a lot of his stuff by like heart or anything. Lay Down Sally's pretty good, but yeah, not like huge into Eric Clapton. Elton John, A tier. Love, you know what? I'm gonna put him in S tier. I love Elton John. Gay icon. Fucking fantastic. Elton John is awesome. Yellow. Evil Woman. They've got enough songs that I would say these guys belong in, I'd say these guys belong in C tier. Or, yeah, C tier. I think they're pretty good. They don't, like, break any barriers or anything, so I don't think they're worth putting any higher than C, but they are a good band. Foreigner is kind of the same. I don't think they break any, Hot Blooded. Nah, I'll put them up with, like, AC/DC and Bad Company. I think they're a good band. Fleetwood Mac? Rumors. You know what I'm saying? Fucking top tier band. You got Stevie Nicks, powerful singer. Love Stevie Nicks. You have a guitarist that's kind of an asshole, but they are very good at what they do. And they just make great music. So Fleetwood Mac is at the top. Also, the second highest selling album of all time, Rumors, fantastic album. I hope you've heard it. It's very good. Grateful Dead. Not a fan. Sorry, it's just not my kind of music. I'm not a fan. Genesis. I'll put this as C. I do love Genesis. It is a very good band, but, like, I feel like I'm more of a Phil Collins fan than a Genesis fan, you know what I mean? So, pretty solid, but I think it's a good C tier. Guns N' Roses. Here's the one I was talking about earlier. I know, Axl Rose is a cunt. I'm very aware Axl Rose sucks. Guns N' Roses is a good band. They got some bangers. I'm gonna put them at C just because I don't think they, like, really top charts or anything. I don't think they're, like, crazy good. They're just solid. Heart, S tier. I love Heart. Heart is so cool. I'm not putting these in any order, by the way. I'm not, like, listing them by how awesome they are. That's how it happens to go. Heart is really good. The singer is a woman, and the guitarist is a woman, and that guitarist is so fantastic. They are sisters. It's Nancy. Why do? Oh, it's Nancy and Ann Wilson. They make a part along with Luke Skywalker on guitar. Check it out if you don't believe me. But yeah, sick band. Got some sick stuff. One of the other first riffs I learned how to play was Crazy on You, which is fantastic. You should also learn that one if you're playing guitar. It's really good. I'm trying to find out what this is right now at the moment. I've been looking at it and like, the fuck is JM? I can't find out what this is. I'm gonna have to put it at like F because I just don't know. I'm sorry guys. If you know this band, please tell me. And then Jimi Hendrix. This one's easy. Of course, if you need an explanation on this one, click off this video right now. Click off. Go away. I'm kidding. Jimi Hendrix is the best guitarist ever. Everybody knows him. He's fantastic. There's not. If I said anything more, I would be. Like, you don't have to. He speaks for himself. He's awesome. Just look up some of his songs. He's great. Journey is really good. Steve Perry is a really good singer. They got really good songs. They're kind of on. They're not. They're like a more well-known Boston. Like, they've got their own sound. They've done it all. They're very good, but I don't think they're as good as Boston. I think that they make like a solid A tier. Journey is very good. Leonard Skinner, this is the one I'm going back on my rule on. These are some racist fucks. I don't care about their music. They have some good music, but fuck Leonard Skinner. You're going like bottom F. Fuck you, Leonard Skinner, you piece of shit. Led Zeppelin, S tier. It's fucking Led Zeppelin. Like, of course. Guitarist, Jimmy Page. Really good. Robert Plant, excellent powerhouse singer. Can't go wrong with Led Zeppelin. Any time of the day, they're fucking great. And then, same with Pink Floyd. Pride Month repping on this album. From 50 years ago, dude. You gotta love it. That's a Prism. But anyway, Dark Side of the Moon, fantastic album. Pink Floyd is really good. However, I'm having a hard time placing them, like, extremely high. I think I'm gonna put them at B tier. I'm trying to find shit that I would put at D tier. The police are, like, good. They're kind of on the same level of, like, Genesis. Although, I'll probably put them on B tier just because I think that the Stalker song has like I'll Be Watching You, if you don't know, is the hardest riff to play on guitar, in my opinion. Like, out of everything, it is the hardest, easily. And then Queen is obviously S tier. We all know this. Brian May on guitar, fantastic, and you know, it speaks for itself. You know, Freddie Mercury is a magnificent singer, magnificent stage presence. We all love him. Gay icon. Rolling Stones are A tier. The Satisfaction was very good. It's all good music. You know, you can't really go wrong with the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger is a great singer. And yeah, Rush is definitely an S tier band. I think Rush is fantastic. I don't think I've heard a Rush song that is bad, in fact. The guitarist is great. Even the bass is good, which is something I would never say in my life for anything other than like the fucking Beatles. So yeah, Rush is fantastic. Love Rush. Supertramp is really good, but I can only really name 2 songs off the top of my head. So I think I'll put them in C tier just because they're solid, but they're not like, you know what I mean. Sticks is good. They have a couple good songs. I think I'd put them in C tier just because I like them as much as like I don't really want to put Sticks with Genesis. You know, I think I'll put Styx in B tier. The Doobie Brothers? I think the Doobie Brothers are really good. I'll put them in C just because they have like a middle of the road kind of sound, you know? The Doors? Jim Morrison's a cunt. Everybody knows it. I think I'll put the Doors at a B tier because I think their songs are really good. They didn't really make a lot of songs because, you know, Jim Morrison died when he was 27, but the songs they made are okay. They're solid. I think The Who is kind of like overdone, you know? I think The Who will be the one I put at D tier. I think The Who is okay, but not like amazing, you know? Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I think they're kind of that middle of the road thing for me. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers are very good, but I don't think they're like you know? And then I'm gonna do ZZ Top at oh man, this guy has the 7 strings. I have to call him up like personally to get his 7 gauge strings. I'm gonna put them at D tier because they're like they're kind of cool. They got like a really cool sound. Nah, D tier is like I kind of want to put the Who up higher actually. Yeah, I think this is right. I think they should go at C. I don't think they're like bad bands. So and then Van Halen is an easy S tier. Like, it's fucking Van Halen. We got Eddie Van Halen on guitar. Fucking guitar god. Probably, like, the 2nd best guitar player of all time. Sick stuff from these bands. So, yeah, this is my definitive rock band tier list. Isn't it fantastic? Aren't you just compelled to agree with me? But anyway, yeah, that's the tier list. It's all definitive now. My opinion rules over all. I'm just kidding, by the way. If you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments because I actually do care about your opinions and I would like to have some serious talks about some rock and roll music and what you think about these bands and everything. So let me know your opinion in the comments. Let me know if you think I put people too low. Let me know if the people that I didn't even know are like really well-known bands and I'm like stupid for not knowing them because some in the F tier just because I didn't know who they were, not really because like they were bad. But yeah, that's my list. I hope you had fun watching this. I know it's like a really long video, so I hope I didn't bore you to tears. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that. Make sure to turn on notifications and everything. And I did want to thank you for watching my video out of all the ones on YouTube because there's like a million of them. And yeah, I'll see you later. Good night, everybody.